Bloomburrow's definitely one of the cutest sets that Wizards has ever made, but is it worth opening? Let's crack open a box, see if we can find some matching critters or raise foils or super sweet anime cards, and find out. Alright, let's crack open this Bloomburrow box and see if this set is as good as it looked during spoiler season. Boy, I'm excited for this set. The art's so good. It's so good. So this set, uncommon wise, not a whole lot of value to look for in the uncommons. There's a couple in the $2 range, like Fell and that other 2-mana removal spell, but really, it's about the rares and the mythics and the anime imagined critters and such. Right, fish token. Manifold mouse. I actually think mice are gonna be good in standard. If you had told me like 5 years ago that we're gonna have a tier mouse deck in standard, I don't think I would have believed you, but I believe it now. Valley Quest Caller, little rabbit lord. I guess also a bat lord and bird lord and mouse lord, but it is a rabbit, so gonna be its best in rabbits. Byway Barterer. I feel like raccoons maybe are one of the weaker tribes in the set. Sword of the Squeak. I swear to God, every set's an unset now. Alania Divergent Storm and Forest. And then lower rarity. I mean, there's a Fell. Like, I don't even think we're gonna look through all the commons and uncommons typically, just because there's really nothing value-wise, but the art is good. Maybe the art is an argument enough to look through them. All right, bag number 2. Let's get what's the most valuable card in this set? I think the most valuable card, 3 Tree City, maybe? I think it's 3 Tree City, followed by Elug, an infamous Cruel Claw. Discounting, like, I don't know, Anime Raise Foil or something. Misbrith Elder. I have no idea if this card is good. Really, literally no idea. When you see 1-mana 2/2, you think good in aggro, but then it makes you bounce your own creatures back to your hand, which is bad in aggro. So maybe it's good in like combo or value. I really don't. I'm very interested in seeing if this card's good. I think this is a card that's either going to be like a staple 1-drop in a deck and one of the best cards in a deck, or it's just not going to see play, period. I don't think there's any middle ground. Ooh, Dragonhawk. Phase Tempest. This is a pretty good one. I think Dragonhawk is actually very strong. Excited to play this with the Lynx. Just curve them into each other. Some sort of like big red burn deck. I like that art style too. Thornvault Forager, Swamyard Massacre, Artist Talent, and Schwamp. So with these basics, each basic has a spring version, a summer version, a fall version, and a winter version, and they're not all the same rarity. The winter, for example, you get in 10% of packs, I think. When spring, you get in like 40%. So it'll be interesting to say. I wonder if like the winter basics will be end up being worth anything. Fish token, Salvation Swan, kind of a bad Restoration Angel. Although I don't know, it's got blink value. Maybe there's like a flash deck in standard. That would be cool. Portent Calamity, Keen-Eyed Curator, probably better than Scavenging Ooze. I think at least it's got to be. It's better. It's better stats starting off. It does not gain life, which is a drawback, but in a lot of ways, it's a better Scavenging Ooze. Scurry of Squirrels. Oh, this set's so goofy. Clestrel, the Bird Legend, and that looks like that's got to be fall, right? That's a fall plains. So I think the rarity of the basics. Oh, also worth mentioning, I think these uncommon lands are going to be someday potentially valuable. And they're not valuable now, but I would pull them aside. I wouldn't just like toss them in my bulk. So with the basic lands, I think it's worth holding the winter ones if you find them. Wall. Wait, how is that a wall? Oh, I guess it's looking through a wall? I don't actually understand that art, but okay. Wall token. Ooh. Dream Dew Entrancer. Teferi. Time Raveler, but as a bird. Oh, the Magic Critters are so ridiculous. I wish more of them were like Planeswalker characters. Lunar Convocation. That's the only thing that disappointed me with them is a lot of them ended up being already animal characters that were then reinterpreted as animal characters, which makes it a little bit less exciting. I think my favorite ones are definitely like seeing a Planeswalker as an animal character rather than here's Ink Eyes as a slightly more Bloomburrow-y version of a rat. Oh, what do we get here? Food token. Ooh, Season of the Bold. 5 paws worth of extreme red value. I'm very curious if this season see much play outside of Commander. Ooh, Kitsa. This card's wild. This card is this is one of the most 2024 cards I think I've ever seen. Just look at the amount of text on that card. Just look at that amount of text. Look at that amount of text. All for 2 mana. For 2 mana. Vigilance and Prowess and tap to loot and pay 2 tap it. Copy insert sorcery only if its power 3 is greater. That is a ridiculous amount that 2-drop is doing. Heartburn Battler. I don't know if that card's actually very good. Ooh, Tameo. Tameo as a rabbit. A long-eared rabbit. One of the weaker planeswalkers, I think, from the release, but still. Ooh, wow, double Kitsa pack. Double Kitsa pack. That is pretty decent. Double mythic. Not one of the most valuable mythics, but not one of the least valuable mythics either. We'll accept double Kitsa. I want a 3-tree city. I want a 3-tree city. I want one of the special 3-tree cities. I want like the winner 3-tree city that you hardly ever get. Sunspine Lynx. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards from the set. This card I'm gonna play in standard, gonna play it in modern. I don't know if it's, we'll see how good it is in modern. It is 4 mana, but it lines up so well with the One Ring. Oh, there we go. Elug. This card is wild. Speaking of 2024 amount of text, it's a book. It's a book. But Elug, the fact that it reduces colored mana cost is so absurd. Clement the Worrywart, Frog Legend, and Jacked Rabbit. I told you, every set's an unset. Every set's an unset. Jacked Rabbit, because it's a buff bunny. Azurbinder Beast, Beastminder, and an island, and a bunch of lower rarity stuff. All right, well, I think we're doing okay this box. Elug is, I believe, the 2nd most valuable card in the main set. What do we get here? Rat Token. Ant Queen. Ugh. I mean, Ant Queen's cool. It's just like 15 years past its past its prime. Back when this was printed in what, M10? 5 mana 5/5, that 2 mana make a 1/1. You're like, whoa, whoa, that card's above the curve. And now you're like, oh, why is this not a common? Is this a common? Where's the rarity symbol? But I mean, Ant Queens, it's still cool. Ink Eyes. I love Ink Eyes so much. Ink Eyes is very nostalgic. Also, apparently you can get 2 special. Oh wait. Oh, one of these is Ant Queen is special guest. This is Imagine Critters. That's all their thing. How do you tell the difference? Really, they're so incredibly similar. The special guests and the Imagine Critters. Ink Eyes is one of those cards. I love Ink Eyes. It's from when I first started playing Magic. Ink Eyes was like so cool. But it's one of those cards that, as an Imagine Critter, I kind of don't like it because it still looks like Ink Eyes. Value Floodcaller, combo potential perhaps. Brightcap Badger, and Dawnstruce, bad Teferi's Protection, and a Mountain, and a cute little bunny, Huskbusker Swarm. Well, so far so good this box. So far so good. Still need the 3-tree city. Apparently 3-tree city is hard to find. Food token. Darkstar Augur. Bob and Baby Bob is a bat. Valley Rock Collar. Jackdaw Savior. Caw-caw. Octomancer. And for the common good. And, ooh, there we go. There's a Winter Swamp. So, see, I feel like Winter Swamp, someday, someone's going to want to build a winter deck. These only show up in 10% of packs. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth like 75 cents instead of 50 cents. Got to get a case. Where's a case? Get the sleeve, ring the bell, whatever people do. All right, Bat Token. Season of Loss. I think this card's very good. 5 Edicts in a Trenchcoat seems reasonable. Hired Claw. Another Dawnstruce. And Trail Tracker Scout. And Lunar Convocation. And Mountain. But not, wait, is that? Oh. I thought that was an artist signature at first. I said, wait, there's sign cards in this? Who signs main set cards? All right, what do we got? 3 more packs to go. 3 more packs to glory. Calistria. Rottenmouth Viper. Is this card good? I've been going back and forth. I still lean towards no-ish, but like This could theoretically be a 1-mana 6/6 with an ETB trigger and an attack trigger that snowballs as it gets going. It can also be sacrifice your board, die to a Doomblade, and cry. Alania, Hazel's Brewmaster. Ooh, Biza. Look at the art. The art in this set's so spectacular. I think Biza is one of my favorite pieces. All the sunflowers. Oh, it's just so good. And the card's really good. People forget this is a 4-mana 4/5, which is like a legit body. That's a legit body. Because I hear people are just like, oh, man, even the lower rarity art in the set's just so good. It's every bit of it is just so good. Well done on just like the flavor and art of this set, Wadze, for sure. But I think people on Biza, they get too caught up on, oh, I'm not going to trigger that many modes. Like, yeah, sure, but it's a 4/5. It's a 4/5. Even if you trigger 0 modes, you already got like a reasonable creature. Ooh, Ral Crackling Wind Emblem. That's kind of sweet. Emblems are pretty rare. Tokens are tied to the rarity. Ooh, Jace the Fox Sculptor. Better than all. Jace the Fox Sculptor. Oh, wait. Oh, that actually... Is this card valuable? Wait, this is Jace. But this is anime. This is different Jace, right? This is anime Jace. Anime Jace the Fox Sculptor? This card's got to be worth something. This card's got to be valuable. And look at how the borders shimmer on those anime cards. I don't even really like anime, but well, except for BoJack Horseman, but I do like how these cards look. The shimmering gold border makes it. Quan, Iterate Metaroller. This is another one. Like, Quan was already a bunny. Like, you're imagining it as what? He's got a strawberry in his hand now. Darkstar Augur, Bloodroot Apocryphy, and Cruel Claw's Ice. Is Cruel Claw's Ice good? 2-mana discard, but if you gift your opponent a card, you get to cast the card that you steal at some point in the game using mana as if it was mana of any color. I feel like that's... I'm gonna play it in a lot of decks. Maybe it just ends up being too slow, but I have high hopes for it. I feel like it's actually good. All right, last pack. What do we find? Squirrel Token, Baleful Strix. Also love that art. That is like the creepiest Baleful Strix. So creepy. It looks like a Game of for some reason I think Game of Thrones. Wasn't there an owl in Game of Thrones? It looks like a Game of Thrones owl. Ishai. Wow, double Imagine Critters. The high roll. And Paul Patch Recruiter. The 1-drops in this set are so good. A Gate Instigator. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so not a special 3-Tree City, but 3-Tree City, probably better known as Nykthos for creature types, also probably better known as the literal most valuable card in the set. That is a hit. Oh, I think that was a good box. We got the special Jays. We got the 3-Tree City. I mean, you already know because the numbers are on the screen, but I'm gonna guess that we did pretty good on that one, but I'll add it up and be right back. So future set here to wrap up this Bloomburrow Collector Booster box, and I gotta say, it was a pretty good one. We spent $240 on the box, ended up with over $550 in value out of the box. Of course, big asterisk, it's still pre-sales time, so prices are really inflated. I imagine a month from now, once everyone's opening the set, prices are going to be a lot lower than they are today. But we did get a lot of big hits out of the box. We got a 3-Tree City, we got an Elug, and most importantly, we got the raised foil anime Jace the Fox Sculptor, and that card is very tricky to evaluate. I put it at $91 in the video. I did some research looking around on the internet. As far as I can tell, only 2 copies of that Jace have sold so far. One sold for $91, the other one sold for over $200, so I went with the lower price, but regardless, that card's very valuable. One of the most valuable cards you can open in the entire set, especially as like the raised foil anime version, so that was an incredibly good hit. So all in all, really hard to be upset with this box. Like, the value's good. Of course, prices are going to come down, but even once it does, we did so well that I think the box was definitely a win. So that's been our box for today. Oh yeah, quick reminders, if you need any of the cards we open today, you can pre-order them from our sponsor Card Kingdom over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. And if you want to sell any of your cards, Card Conduit makes it quick and easy. You don't got to do all the buy listing hassles and all that stuff, so check out cardconduit.com for that. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Looking for even more magic? Well, you can check out our Modern Horizons 3 opening here, or maybe the video where I bought 8 pounds of magic cards from a Goodwill auction.